Ben van der Stucken down in the pits, speaking to race winner Tim Gerhards. Now it is time for a little bit of high-charged action because we've got the first of two second chance qualifying heats. The top 8 from this go through to the top 36 final a little bit later on this afternoon. It's Junior Max up first of all, with Christian de Klein and Lars Zanen on the front row. Sam Bergstein and Daniel Surankov on row number 2. That's 219 and 277 respectively. The 218 of Patrick Snoll's Lokmelis will have alongside Germany's Maurice Bechtel in the number 215. Jano Zopfi and Jaroslav Zimashka in the numbers 281 and 260 comprise of row number 4. Alexander Abskava and Samuel Stendis and Daniel Hunt round out the 11 strong. Top 8 from this go through to the top 36 final this afternoon, which will take place at just before 4:15 this afternoon local time. That's Central European time. So if you are in Latvia, for instance, you will be, well, you're an hour ahead, so that'll be at about coming up to 5:15. If you're in Georgia, it will be a further 2 hours ahead, so that will be 7:15. If you're in Belarus, that will be again well, ahead of us. They're 2 hours, so that will be 7:15. Georgia will be 8:15 in the evening, and in the UK that'll be an hour behind, so coming up to 3:15 in the afternoon. 11 competitors set to battle out for the remaining 8 slots after the 3 qualifying heats meant that we had 28 drivers automatically qualify for the top 36 final this afternoon. These drivers will be battling for 8 coveted spots. And it's going to be even more fast and furious because we have on the counter 6 minutes plus 1 additional lap. The red lights are on the starting gantry. The Junior Max second chance qualifying heat gets underway here at the home of champions. It has been a very dry day, a bit more muggy, a bit more humid, no sunshine, a lot of cloud cover, but we've been fortunate enough that there has been no rain whatsoever. They go into the tram lines. 6 minutes starts now. Lights out, off into turn 1. It's going to be a race to turn 1 and turn 2. Who wants to get there first? Oh, no, that's not going to work at all. We've had a little clash between who is in 3rd and 4th. That could be Bergstein and Surankov, so that was a little clattering that didn't really need to happen, as the whole field has made it safely through turn 6 for the first time of asking. So at the moment, it looks like Christian de Klein is leading ahead of Lars Zanen, running in the GKS Levens Power colours. Bergstein 3rd, Surankov 4th, Lokmelis, Bechtel, Zopfi, Zimashka are your top 8 at the moment, but we still have over 5 minutes to go, plus 1 additional lap. And Christian de Klein has got a lead of around nearly 3.5 tenths of a second over Lars Zanen. Surankov now ahead. Well, Bergstein's dropped to 7th, it looks like, which he has. So Lokmelis 4th. Abskava is in 5th, ahead of Zopfi in the 281. That's Jarno. So Dan, I think, would have made it through the qualifying stages. Zimashka up into 8th, so is sitting in the last position, but will have to fend off Bechtel, Stenders, and Hunt. That's going to be very, very interesting indeed as this race develops, but there's time fast running out. 4 minutes and 12 seconds plus an additional lap to go. But it is a case that Christian de Klein and Lars Zanen are moving away, and the battle behind, oh, this is getting really feisty. All they need to do is try, okay, yes, it's pride because of the fact that they want to get past the people in front, because then that elevates them on the grid. However, sometimes discretion is the better part of valor, but you try telling that sometimes to a racing driver. It doesn't get you very far, if I'm quite honest. But these drivers are wanting to get up as far as the order, with Decline and Zanen now battling out of what is effectively going to be position grid slot number 29 out of 36, which will give them a chance to go through the field in front. So Decline leads, Zanen in second position, Lokmelis in third, Sarankov fourth, Abskava from Georgia in fifth, Zopfi, Bergstein and Zimashka all still sitting where they are, but one driver is trying to claw a little bit further towards that top 8. That's Samuel Stendis, who's just got past Maurice Bechtel for what is 9th, but has a bit of a task ahead. The gap between Stendis and Zimashka last time was exactly 2.2 seconds. And Zimashka was actually, I have to say, nearly, well, it was over 5.5 tenths of a second quicker on that last lap. But it depends on what Stendis does now and how much Stendis can claw into that gap, because that might be a bridge too far, a mountain too high, whatever you want to call it. But the two at the front starting to pull away. They have pulled away quite considerably. It was 2.2 seconds between second and third. It's now 2 seconds as Lochmelis has tried to get a little bit more purchase, but Stendis is dropping. Stendis is not going to make it. I don't think either Bechtel and Hunt will do. But then it's about who is going to want to be up further up the grid, as Lochmelis is pulling away from Tsarankov, who's currently 4th. Abskava is still in 5th place. Zoffi, Bergstein, Zimaska. That is the top 8. 90 seconds on the clock plus 1 additional lap to go. And when we've got 11 in this one, we've got 17 Senior Max drivers set to compete. Hopefully we see Hayden Cater on the grid after, unfortunately, 2 DNSs. Excuse me. So 1 minute 7 on the clock, as still to go, plus an additional lap, as Lars Zanen is putting the feelers out quite significantly now on Christian Decline. So at the front of this race, it's Holland leading from Belgium. So Lochmelis and Sorankov still sitting well in 3rd and 4th. Abskava in 5th. Zimashka is now up into 6th position. So Zimashka would start from 34th place on the top 36 final. Obviously, all results are provisional until they have been ratified and cleared by the relevant people, such as scrutineering, technical, and also race control and stewards. So 14 seconds on the clock to go. It'll be this plus an additional lap for the pair of Christian Decline and Lars Zanen, who are literally, you couldn't really pull them apart, could you? I think they just want to get there and get to the end. Looks like Lars Zanen might have just decided, you know what, I'm going to be alongside him. I probably might get him in the next race. You could be right there, Lars, but it depends on how much Lars Zanen wants it, and to be in position number 29 for the top 36 final. The pair come through turn number 9. Behind them, Lochmelis is now about 1 second ahead of Abskava in 4th place, who's now got past Daniil Tsarankov for position. That's really good work from the Georgian. Zimashka from Belarus in 6th now. Zopfi and Bergstein are still in contention. There is a good gap of about 2.1 seconds. It's the final lap now, as the two leaders still are coming through line astern, not making any sudden moves, not making any errors or mistakes that could cost them a place. As Christian Decline takes a brief look. Well, Lars Zanen was more than just putting the feelers out. He nearly went for that overtake into turn 7. Had to think better of it. Coming through the right-hand sweeper at turn 9. Now, at the moment, this is allowing Patrick's Nos Lochmelis to close up the gap, but he won't have enough to of a chance to get at the two leaders as they come through turn 11 for the final time. Now it's round turn number 12, and your winner for the second chance heat for the juniors is Christian de Klein from the Netherlands, just ahead of Lars Zanen by 0.143 seconds. A further 4.5 tenths back to Patrick Knowles-Melis. Alexander Abskava from Georgia rounded out the top four. Great work by the 212. Zimashka, Surankov, Bergstein and Zotfi are your automatic qualifiers provisionally at the minute. So hopefully we'll see if they will be in the Junior Max Top 36 final a bit later on.